discussing them again. EMF we have discussed, that is electromotive force. Now it's not a force, it's the energy. Energy which pushes the charge, which pushes the electrons. EMF is the particle. For example, a cell is having EMF. For example, you see the cell, dry cell, it is written 1.5 volt. On dry cell, you know, on that it is written 1.5 volt. It means its EMF is 1.5 volt. It is having this much energy to push the electrons, to push the positive charge. Okay, by this much energy, it pushes the charge through the circuit, so that current flows. Understood EMF? Well, meaning of EMF, it can be called as force. It's a misnomer we can use for force means it pushes the electrons, it pushes the positive charge to flow. Next we discussed was the terminal voltage. EMF we denoted with epsilon, terminal voltage we denoted with V, and last was voltage drop. Okay, we will be discussing them all again. Okay, EMF, terminal voltage, and voltage drop. Okay, so we have discussed all the phenomena on how the current flows and how the electrons are flow. Cell inside the cell we have discussed. Okay, so for example, this is our cell, positive terminal, negative terminal. Okay, this is our cell. One electrode, other electrode. Two electrodes are there in the cell. Okay, and it is filled with two electrodes and what is being filled? Electrolyte. This is our electrolyte. Okay, and now for example, some bulb we have connected. Okay, so blue items. The bulb we have connected across it. And switch is there, we have plugged the switch as well. So circuit is closed. Circuit is closed. Now see here what is happening. Okay. Now see here what will happen. As circuit is closed, bulb will glow. How the bulb is glowing? Current is flowing through this. That is, electrons are moving, negative terminal. Excess of electron, high concentration of electron, here deficiency of electron. Electrons flow, okay, from negative to positive terminal. Or we say positive charge flow. Positive charge flow. So we will be discussing flow positive charge. So for example, this is our one positive charge. Okay, we are taking unit positive charge is simulated. So this is our unit positive charge. It flows as the circuit is complete. It flows in the circuit, goes this side to the bulb, it glows and goes to the negative terminal. It enters here, this positive charge enters here. Okay, so see here what is happening here. As it is connected, this positive charge, this is positive electrode, and here in the wire we have positive charges. Now this positive charge is repelled by the positive, it goes through the circuit and comes here. But see here, it get attracted, here it get attracted, here get repelled. So it repelled and got attracted to the negative terminal, positive charge. That's how positive charge moved in the outside circuit. That's how positive charge has moved in the outside circuit. That is, here the positive charge, repelled by the positive electron, same charges repelled, moved and attracted by the negative terminal, attracted. Now see here, this positive charge has entered here. Now what will happen to this positive charge? I will use red for this one. 1 minute. This is our positive, this is our negative. These are electrodes and this is our unit positive charge. It moved in the outside circuit because they repel and it moved. I got attracted here, entered there here. Now see what will happen. How we can make this positive charge to move here? Because inside the cell also we have to make this positive charge to move inside the cell. You can see it is attracted here and positive repel here. So something we require to push this positive charge from here to here. We have to make it to push so that it can again move. We have to push this one, so we require some energy to push this one. We require some energy to supply it to this one so that it can be pushed to move. Okay, that energy supplied is nothing but EMF. That energy supplied is nothing but EMF. EMF is what? Energy per unit charge or work done on unit positive charge. Work done on unit positive charge to make it move from one terminal to the other terminal. That is the EMF. That is, make it to move through the complete circuit. Energy required or the work done on the unit positive charge so that the positive charge moves in the complete circuit. Okay. Here it moves easily. Okay. So for example, EMF we are taking as 10 volt. EMF we are taking as 10 volt. So this much, this is what? 10 volt is what? How the potential difference is defined. Work done per unit positive charge? Yes or no? Work done per unit positive charge?
Yes, sir.
Or so its unit is what? Joule per coulomb? Joule per unit charge? Joule per coulomb? So this is how much energy or how much work done is done. Or 1 coulomb we can say. So 10 joule, this battery. EMF is rated as 10 volt. So it will do work of 10 joule on 1 unit positive charge. That is, it will do 10 joule work on 1 coulomb of charge. This battery, it will do work of 10 joule on 1 coulomb of charge. That is, it will do work of 10 joule on unit positive charge. Okay, it does the work, supplies the energy, and by this it pushes here, and this positive charge comes here. At this time, how much it have the energy? How much energy it must have? 10 volt. It must have energy of 10 volt. Yes or no? That is 10 joule per. We have supplied this much energy to this. We have done work on this one. So this much energy is stored in this positive charge, pushed here, and this much of energy it will be having. That is 10 joule per unit charge. So this unit positive charge will have energy of 10 joule, or this much of work done we have done. So this much of energy it will have. But in reality, it doesn't have this much of energy. Why? Because some energy get wasted here. Some energy get wasted here. How? How the energy get wasted here? So see here what is happening here. So when we are pushing, when we are done the work, it has to move through the chemical, it has to move through the electrolyte, and electrolyte offers resistance. This electrolyte will offer resistance. Because of that, what will happen? Collisions will take place, and its speed will reduce, energy will be dissipated as in the form of heat. In the form of heat, it will be dissipated. Some energy of this one, that is 10 joule from some energy from 10 joule will get dissipated as heat. You have seen the battery starts to get heated. So that some energy from the EMF is being converted into heat energy. So less energy will be supplied to this one. So for example, it has only 8 joule per coulomb. How much energy we supplied? 10 volt. That is 10 joule per unit coulomb we are supplied. But in reality, how much energy it got? Positive charge. It got only 8 joule per coulomb energy. That is 8 volt. It will have the energy. It will have the energy of 8 volt only. This positive charge. So where does the remaining 2 volt went? It went in the form of heat. It went in the form of heat. That is, so we consider that some resistance is being offered from inside the cell. Some resistance is being offered from the inside of the cell, and there it gets heated. So this chemical, this electrolyte, it offers resistance. It offers resistance, and that resistance is called as internal resistance. That resistance is called as internal resistance because it is inside the cell. That resistance is internal resistance, and because of that, some energy got wasted. Some energy got wasted, and how much? 2 volt. So we can say what is the potential drop inside the cell? It is of 2 volt, and this is voltage drop. And we are not going to use this volt. This is not going to do any work on the bulb. This is inside the cell, drop of 2 volt. It has just converted into heat. This is called as potential drop, that is 2 volt. Inside resistance is the internal resistance, and because of that resistance, this much of energy got wasted in form of heat. Now remaining how much? We have supplied 8 volt. So this much will be available for to do the work on this load. This much of energy will be available on bulb to do the work. This is called as terminal voltage. This voltage will be available across its terminal, across the terminal of the bulb to do the work. Okay. Have you understood this one? Okay. Now see here one more thing. Okay. For example, okay, this was the Coulomb. Okay. If there is high resistance outside, if there is very high resistance outside, the current flow in the circuit will be less or more. It will be less. More the resistance, less Coulomb charge flows, less current will be flowing. So, okay. If there is no current flowing, no current flowing means no flow of charge. Charge is not flowing. That means how much EMF will be across the terminals. What will be the voltage across the terminal? Okay, see it like this. Okay, we have the positive charge here, positive. Okay, it has to flow inside the cell. If it is not flowing inside the cell, EMF is 10 volt. Okay, EMF is 10 volt. Since if we slow down, okay, for example, we are slowing down the charge. Flow of charge we are slowing down. Okay, right? We are increasing the outside resistance. Flow of charge will decrease. What is current? Rate of flow of charge. That is how fast the charge is flowing. Okay, it is charge upon time. More the time the charge takes flow, it current will be less. More time the charge takes to flow, current will be less. Okay. Now we have slowed down the speed of charge. As we are slowing down the speed of the charge, internal resistance will be less. Internal resistance will be less because something is moving slowly. Less resistance it will offer. More fast, more collisions, more resistance. Okay. Now, if I reduce that speed to 0, that is, there is flow of current to 0. That is, very slow. I slow down and now charge is not flowing. It means there will be resistance will be 0. Resistance offered will be 0. That means total 8 volt will be across the terminal. Total 10 volt. Sorry, 10 volt will be across the terminal. So when the circuit is open, if you are measuring the voltage across the terminals, when the circuit is open using very high resistance voltmeter, that means no current is flowing, negligible current. Negligible current flows, heat will be negligible or 0, you can say. No heat generated, no internal resistance. So on the terminal, whatever voltage potential difference is, that is called as EMF. This was the first definition of EMF. Second definition we already discussed. Amount of energy or amount of work done on positive charge to flow through the complete circuit. Here it flows easily. So flow the electrolyte, we have to supply this much of energy to push it here. Okay. Now, when the circuit is closed, current flows, internal resistance will be there, some energy will be dissipated as heat. So, remaining will be available less, that is 8 volt. This positive charge will contain only this much energy. This much energy is only available to do the work. That means the terminal voltage will be how much? 8 volt. This time terminal voltage is how much? 8 volt. Now you can see terminal voltage is always less than EMF. Terminal voltage is always less than EMF because some of the energy is wasted in the form of heat. That is to overcome the internal resistance. Understood this one?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, please explain terminal voltage once more.
Okay. So for example, EMF is how much? 10 volt. It is how much? 10 joule per coulomb. This much of energy is supplied to the positive charge, or this much of energy, this much of work is being done on this positive charge to push it from negative terminal to the positive terminal inside the cell. Because positive, negative they attract, positive they repel. Therefore, to transfer it, we have to do the work. We have to do the work on this positive charge to make it to move towards this positive terminal of the battery. Because positive is the repel. So what has to be done? And how much work we have done? This much. But while making it to move through the electrolyte, it offers the resistance. It has to overcome the oxidation. It will have the collisions. Because of that, heat will be released. Heat generated. So some of the energy is converted into heat, or it got wasted in the form of heat. So for example, 2 volt, that is 2 joule per coulomb of energy is got wasted as heat. So remaining energy, it will have, this positive charge will have how much? It will have only 8 joule per coulomb, or we can say 8 volt. So this much of energy is only available to do the work on the bulb. Only this much of energy will be available across the terminals now. Okay, 2 volt drop here inside the cell, remaining 8 volt here. So only 8 volt is available to do the work. That is across the terminals now only 8 volt is available. So this terminal voltage is called as 8 volt. This will be only doing the work on the load. Okay, 2 volt we have already got wasted in internal resistance while passing through the electrolyte. This is clear. Now, and this is called as voltage drop, which has been dissipated in the form of heat. Voltage drop is 2 volt, that is inside the cell. Understood this one? Voltage drop.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
relationship between EMF, voltage, that is terminal voltage, and voltage drop. What is the relationship? So see here we have discussed in EMF. EMF is the amount of work done in moving a positive charge in complete circuit, that is outside as well as inside the cell. Okay, so this is the amount of work done, EMF. In EMF, this is the amount of work done, that is outside the circuit as well as inside the circuit, complete circuit. In voltage, that is terminal voltage, only the work done outside, not inside. Only the outside. So it is W dash. You know W dash should be less than W. And voltage drop, it is the work done inside the cell. Small w. It means this complete work done will be this W dash plus W. Okay. If we divide it by unit charge, small or bigger they have used, small. Okay. Unit charge there we have divided. What is this? This is our EMF. This is our terminal voltage. This is our voltage drop. This is how they are related. This is how they are related. Or this terminal voltage equal to EMF minus voltage drop. This terminal voltage will be how much? EMF minus voltage drop. That is 8 volt. It will be. Understood this one? These two relations. Everyone have understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now see one more thing. This time some current is drawn. Okay. Now if I connect more load, that is more load I am connecting. It means more current will be drawn. It means more current will be drawn. Yes or no? This time more load is there. More the load, more current will be drawn. More coulomb will be drawn per second. So more positive charge will be drawn. If more positive charge are drawn, it means more charge will flow through the circuit. Inside the cell, more charge will flow, more positive charge will flow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1 minute here. Current is what? Charge per unit time. If we are increasing the current, because more the load, more current will increase. That means charge per unit time. Charge will flow more fast. Charge has to flow more fast. Yes or no? Because if we reduce the T, we can increase the current. If we increase the rate of flow of charge, we can increase current. So since more load is there, more current is required. More current is required, that means charge will move more fast. As the charge moves more fast inside the cell, what will happen? More collisions, more resistance will be there.
Yes, sir.
More the resistance, more the potential drop. This time, it will be, for example, 4 volt. So more the potential drop, more the voltage drop. Earlier EMF was how much? 10 volt. Now the terminal voltage will be how much? How much terminal voltage? This time 4 volt it is. So it will be 6 volt. It will be 6
Yes,
volt.
sir.
So less terminal voltage is available. So less work will be done on the bulb. And these bulbs will grow dimmer. You have seen these bulbs will be little bit dimmer. They will not glow up to their full intensity. They will get dimmer. More load we connect, more dimmer they will get. Understood this one? So if heavy current is drawn through the cell, large number of charge carriers will flow, and more resistance will be there. And hence more resistance. So it means potential drop will increase and terminal voltage it will decrease. Less terminal voltage will be available. Understood this one? Last time we had 8 volts, this time we are having only 6 volts. So terminal voltage also depends on the amount of current drawn. That is how much current is being drawn. More current is drawn, less terminal voltage. Less current is drawn, more terminal voltage. Because this voltage drop is changing. And more charge flow, more fast they flow, more voltage drop will take place. So less terminal voltage will be available. Yes. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Now
what is the
Yes,
sir,
sir.
what is the voltage drop over here?
what is meant by
Vo-
drawn?
Voltage drop in this case.
What is
Voltage drop.
voltage drop? Okay. That we have taken as okay. See here. Okay. Okay. So see here, since we have connected more load, EMF is constant, that is written on cell. So it is 10 volt. This is smaller V, this is capital V. So see here, more load we are connecting, this voltage drop it increases. It increases because internal resistance increases. Now more charge will flow, or the charge flows very fast. Okay. How we can increase current? Either we increase the charge flow or we decrease the time, that is making the charge to flow more fast. So if more charges flow or the charges flows very fast, more internal resistance will be there and more voltage drop will be there. Okay, more the voltage drop here, it means terminal voltage is reducing. Understood this one? We know EMF equal to epsilon. EMF equal to terminal voltage plus voltage drop. That is epsilon equal to V plus voltage drop. So this is constant. So if this is increasing, it means this is decreasing. If this is increasing, terminal voltage will be decreasing. Understood this one? So if, for example, this flow and voltage drop comes out to be 4 volt, how much potential will be there? How much terminal voltage? 6 volt. For example, we have connected 1 volt load, and this time more charge carriers flow, and it comes out to be 5 volt. How much here it will be? 5 volt. So more the current drawn, heavy current drawn, more will be the voltage drop, and less will be the terminal voltage. Less the terminal voltage available, so less work will be done on them, and they will get more dimmer and dimmer. Understood this one? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now voltage drop only will
Yes,
discuss. Yes, so see here, what is considered? It has internal resistance. So usually this internal resistance is offered by the electrolyte. is offered by the electrolyte. So see here, when electrons flow through the circuit, resistance is offered outside. Inside as well, resistance is there. So this inside resistance, it is called as internal resistance. Resistance offered by the electrolyte. So the ions which flow inside they get oxidation from the electrolyte. So we denote this internal resistance circuit how? This is our cell and okay. So this is our complete cell. This is smaller r, that is internal resistance. So there will be potential drop across this internal resistance. How much? If current I is flowing, if it is a closed circuit, how much it will be drop? I into R. This will be our potential drop, that is voltage drop. Understood this one? Okay, so if we take a circuit, for example, this is our cell, this is internal resistance. Okay, here it is the EMF rated, for example, E is rated. Okay, this is our complete cell, and one load is connected. Okay, that will be R. So what will be the terminal voltage here? At this terminal, at this terminal. This will be the potential difference, or we can take these 2 points. This will be the terminal voltage. This will be the terminal voltage. So what will be the total resistance of the circuit? This R plus R. They are connected in series. So total resistance. Total resistance is how much? R plus small r. Okay. How much current is flowing? I be the current flow. Okay. R plus small r. This is the total resistance. And what will be the current flow? EMF divided by total resistance. So EMF is how much? Epsilon divided by R plus R. This is clear. Or we can write EMF equal to I into R plus smaller r. Okay. EMF equal to I into R plus R. This is clear. This is EMF. Okay. What will be the voltage? What will be the terminal voltage? V across this one, I into R. This is terminal voltage. What is the internal? This voltage drop. I into small r. Okay. Same we will be getting again. From this one, if we are writing E equal to IR plus I small r. EMF equal to this is capital V plus V. This we already discussed. Or if you have to calculate the internal resistance. So how we can calculate internal resistance? Okay, from this we get the value of I. I we already got. Put it here. We will get okay. That way as well or other way as well. So R you have to calculate, it will be E upon I. Put the value of V, small v. For 1 minute, we can calculate from here as well. Sin equal to okay, what we so R equal to potential, that is voltage drop across current flow. From here we can note the voltage drop epsilon minus V. We put here epsilon minus V divided by I. I is how much here? I V equal to IR we have already got. Put it here V by R. So R will come in numerator. Epsilon minus V divided by V equal to R epsilon upon V minus 1. In any way you can put and calculate, okay, depending on what you have to calculate, okay. So all you have to remember these two. EMF equal to terminal voltage plus voltage drop, okay. And this circuit you already remember, you can calculate total resistance equal to R plus R. Current flow in the circuit, how to calculate? EMF divided by total resistance divided by I total resistance, that is R plus R. EMF you can calculate. Further, if you require, you can modify this equation. You can calculate the remaining. Okay. Now, factors affecting the internal resistance. What are the factors which affects internal resistance? So, see here, what are the factors? If roads, two road we have taken, two electrode we have taken. If we increase the surface area, if we increase the surface of area of the electrode, less internal resistance will be there. If we increase the surface area, less internal resistance, less voltage drop, less internal resistance will be there. Okay. First factor, surface area of the electrode. Second, distance between the electrodes. More the distance, more the resistance. Less the distance, less the resistance. This we already discussed. And the nature and concentration of the electrolyte. See here, if our electrolyte, I'm taking only 1 minute. If electrolyte is more concentrated, less ions will be there. Less ions means more oxidation. Okay. Less ionic the electrolyte or higher the concentration of electrolyte. So less ions, more the resistance. Temperature of the electrolyte. If temperature is increased, what will happen to the ions? Their mobility will increase. If their mobility increases, internal resistance decreases. Okay. So till this we have completed the chapter. We'll now combination of resistors we'll discuss in next lecture, and it's very easy. So resistors in series, in parallel, and both we'll discuss. Okay, and that are very easy, very easy.